Earth's low level of vibration. On this day, in late July of 2021, we are very pleased to connect with you. Today, we will talk of the very low level of vibration in which you exist on Earth. We often talk of you, dear souls, being multidimensional, and so you are. But here on Earth, with your souls ensconced within your human heart, within your biological computer bodies, you are in a very limited, a very low level of frequency. All that is, everything, is about vibration and frequency. Everything on Earth, everything in the universe vibrates at a certain frequency. That frequency determines the nature of the life form or the object. Even what appears to us as solid furniture or living creatures vibrate, and that vibration is what allows them to be on this earth, in this hologram that is the universal experience, appearing as they appear. And so, dear ones, you too in this earthly realm vibrate, and it is the level at which you vibrate that makes you what you are. As we have often said, planet Earth has been designed as a schoolroom for you, divine souls, to experience that which cannot be experienced in heaven, to experience fear and all the negative emotions which are so prevalent in this dense vibration. It is the density of the vibration, the low plane of frequency on which Earth exists, that allows for the schoolroom experience. Here on Earth, very little of your great multidimensional soul is available to you. Let us make this very clear. Your soul is a part of God, a part of the great I Am, a part of all that is. Your soul is as a drop of water in the ocean of God consciousness. You are an explorer, a traveler, an experiencer for God. Your soul is an aspect of God that has volunteered to come to Earth and place itself in your human heart to experience the density, the pain and suffering that cannot be experienced in your true heavenly reality. And your human body is a communication device that allows your soul to experience the low vibrating earthly realm. How to set up such a reality? If you truly knew who you are, this human experience would be a joke. You could not suffer or feel pain, dissension, or argument if you remembered the great and grand, wonderful fragment of the divine that is your inheritance. And so it was necessary for you to come to Earth not knowing who you are, not remembering your divine reality. All that is, the divine, the flowing, the knowing, the glowing of love that is God, thirsts for knowledge of itself, thirsts for experience outside its glorious divine heavenly reality. In your heavenly existence, in the flow of love of the great I Am, in the wonder of communion with all the aspects of the divine who are your true brethren, existence is wonderful. You aspects of God that you truly are one. You revel in being together, in true fellowship, in the knowing, the glowing, the flowing of God. You are telepathic. Each and all share thoughts, share experience, share existence. This oneness, this knowing that you truly are all great and grand souls, a part of the divine, is your true wonderful heavenly reality. And yet, magnificent as this is, there is little expansion. And our God, the totality of all that we are, thirsts for knowledge. And so was created the material realm. And so was created planet Earth as a part of that material realm. Planet Earth, a very low vibrating part of that material realm. You, our dear ones, are very brave souls. We cannot praise you enough, for you have volunteered to come to Earth to experience that which cannot be experienced in heaven. In order to expand your consciousness, to individuate yourself from your fellows, to gain knowledge that you can report back to divinity and to each other, you volunteered to come into this very low vibration of pain and suffering. Very little of your divine soul is available to you here, for you are born into the low vibration of fear, where love cannot enter. In this schoolroom planet Earth, it is fear that is your teacher. David Hawkins, in his book Power versus Force, described on a scale of 0 to 1,000 the emotions that are felt on planet Earth. As souls are born onto this earthly plane, they enter into the low vibrations of shame and guilt and grief and fear, anger and hatred and jealousy. These negative, fear-filled emotions are our guides for behavior, and our fellow humans, our brethren, are our teachers. For we are all educated by our parents, caretakers and governments into dysfunctional, unloving, hateful behavior. As the Bible says, the sins of the fathers shall be visited on the children for generations. The dysfunctional parents were treated unkindly, cruelly by their parents. They in turn treat their children unkindly and cruelly. We humans are programmable. This is how the human experience works. We take on the programs, the lifestyle, the emotions of those amongst whom we are born. And so we are unkind to each other. And from this, the negative, low vibrating emotions are generated. And we live in fear. We live in hatred of our unkind brethren. We live in resentment and anger, in depression and apathy, jealousy and false pride. We are resentful victims of those around us. And it is our job to overcome all of this and to return to our soul's desire, return to our true heavenly vibration of love, to have the courage, the bravery to step outside the norm of the low vibrating victimhood into which we were born. And here on earth, the negative emotions are our guide, for we feel these negative emotions when we do not behave divinely towards ourselves or towards our brethren. It is here that choice comes in. We can choose love or fear. It takes great courage to choose love, for the feeling of love is uncomfortable when we are wallowing in the low density of fear and when we are treated unkindly. The emotion of courage is on David Hawkins' scale at 200. All the negative emotions are below 200. All the positive emotions, all the feelings that will raise us up back into our loving reality are above 200. And so we can choose the fear into which we are born and educated, or we can choose love. And we have endless opportunities, innumerable challenges in this life to choose between the fearful and the loving emotions. We are all programmed to various levels of fear, to various ways of behaving unkindly. We prod and poke at each other with unkind words and deeds. We become victims who must retaliate in the low, below 200, fear density, with equal unkindness, hatred, anger, and jealousy. We are the ultimate hard-done-by, injured parties. Yet suppose we have the courage to respond to cruelty, to hatred, to anger, with love. Then the cruelty, the anger dissipate, for we lift our vibration and the vibration of those around us out of the pit of low-density darkness. Our emotions are our guide to living. Negative emotions mean we have chosen to respond with one of the low-vibrating fear feelings. Positive emotions mean we have chosen to respond with one of the high-vibrating, loving emotions. The positive emotions that exist in the zone from 200 to 1,000 are optimism, willingness, forgiveness, reason, peace, harmony, acceptance, hope, and happiness, joy and bliss. And finally, enlightenment. Enlightenment means that we see the truth of our planet Earth experience, and that truth sets us free. We see how we and our brethren are programmed into dark behaviors. We have had the courage to step outside that programming, to examine our dysfunctions, and regardless of what is going on around us, we have had the courage to choose love. In this human schoolroom of positive and negative emotions, we are, by choosing between the preferred and the not preferred, individuating our personalities, refining our talents, our preferences, our abilities. Rather than being a drop of like water in the ocean of God consciousness, we are becoming gods, like unto God himself, for we must understand that we are a part of God. That is a great and wonderful statement. We are a part of God. It is part of the training of schoolroom planet Earth that we think of ourselves as sinful, poor, corrupt creatures. Not so. We are a part of God, experiencing pain and suffering to grow ourselves in the truth and knowledge, the love and light that sets us free. It is our job to have the courage to look at, to examine the dysfunctional behavior that we have been taught and by which we have lived. Each negative emotion tells us that we are not behaving divinely. It is our job to return to love and behave divinely. As we repeat the same harsh and negative behaviors over and over again, we experience the same fear-filled negative emotions over and over again. We cannot repeat the same behavior and expect a different result. And now, in this wonderful time of ascension, the low vibrating density in which the earth has so long existed is lifting. Schoolroom planet Earth is coming to an end for us. We are ascending back into the love vibration, and the wonder of it is that the best is yet to come. As we clear our dysfunctional, unkind behavior, as we learn to love ourselves and our brethren, as we learn to respond kindly, lovingly to all that happens around us, we are leaving the low density of our earthly fear entrainment behind. We are very grateful, for we would not be the compassionate, kind, and wise beings that we are without our challenging earthly experience. You, our dear Lightworkers, are very brave souls. You have overcome the world, and as you rise in frequency, the best is yet to come. Yes, indeed, the wonder of it is that the best is yet to come. That was Aita, channeling her higher self. We are blessed beings, indeed.